So after encrypting the email, you can also find out the answers of the questions, like for example, how secure is a PGP standard. So if you are using the PGP standard with an email, so how much you secure that email, or if a private key is used to encrypt the message, so how that particular message can be or particular message can be compromised with a private key, for example. So the intruder can get the private key and can use that private key to decrypt the message. So how it is possible for an intruder or for an attacker to get the private key if he has used the encryption and decryption using a PGP standard, and what are the different algorithms which are supported by the PGP standard. So you have to define or discuss different standards which are used to encrypt a message using a PGP standard. And for example, if you are using the PGP standard for the email security or for the email uh, that is sent it from sender A to user A to user B. And if you are using the PGP standard for encryption and decryption and compression, then what are the different policies can be applied on particular email or particular message, and what could be the some you can say different policies can be further defined to improve further security or further improve the security function of the email standards. So in this way, so this is the assignment. You have to submit this assignment before the examination. So it's of the 40 marks. So I will also upload the lecture slides as well as the assignment on the LMS system. So if you have any question up to now, then you can also ask. And that's all about today's lecture. Okay, have you any question? Yes.
सर माय क्वेश्चन इज सर कि हमारी इस असाइनमेंट को सबमिट करने की डेट क्या होगी?
So you can submit before the exam.
और सर एग्जाम्स फिर कब होने वाले होंगे?
Exam exactly I can't say any particular date about that, but most probably next month.
तो सर ये इंडिविजुअली बना सकते हैं या सबको दो दो के ग्रुप में करना होगा असाइनमेंट?
It's a group of two.
कुछ क्वेश्चन
सर कितने जनों का ग्रुप होगा?
जी कोई और आ गया?
Group of two.
तुम सामने लेकर आओ।
जी सर।
सर ग्रुप ऑफ 3 मेंबर सर।
टू ठीक है सर।
ओके
जी सर, थैंक यू।
और अगर आप ये जो
असाइनमेंट का एक बार दोबारा रिपीट कर दें सर कि करना क्या है इसमें?
So I discuss you in detail about the assignment that you need to use a PGP standard to encrypt the email. So for that you need to have a PGP software. So that is used to encrypt the messages. For encryption, uh, it can encrypt the message, or it can encrypt the email, or it can encrypt the file. For example, here in this assignment, you have to encrypt a message, and then you have to analyze how that particular message is decrypted. For example, what is the way for encryption? What is the way of decryption? How you can read the encrypted message using that particular standard? Or, for example, if you have some file, for example, that is encrypted by the user using this standard, and then that is received by the user at the receiver end, and then he can decrypt that file with this standard. Or, for example, if any email that is coming, and that is an anonymous email, so you have to find out that who has sent it that email, and then you can you have to encrypt that. For example, you have if that email is in encrypted form, then you have to decrypt that email. Or, for example, if you want to send an email to other system or other user, for example, so you can use this standard as a standard to encrypt the message, and at the receiver, and it would be received, and then it would be decrypted by the receiver. So in this way uh, you can have different messages which are sent from user A to user B, or different files which can be sent from user A to user B, or, for example, an email that can be sent from user A to user B. So in this way, you have to find out also in anonymous email using a software that I have told you, that Sneak email like. So using that, you can also find out if a particular email is from the anonymous user, and you can find out who has sent it, the email, and who is a user, who is the sender of that, and if an email is encrypted, then how we can decrypt the email. So in this way, that's a complete detail about the assignment. So you have to use the PGP standard and PGP software to encrypt the message, or to encrypt the email, or to encrypt the file, for example. Or, for example, if an anonymous email is coming, then how you can find out that who has sent it you an email, or who is a sender
सर
of
अगर किसी में पीजीपी नहीं चल रहा हो सर, मसला कर रहा हो सर, क्या कहते हैं, जो ये आपने सर बताइए सर, अगर वो नहीं काम कर रही है तो फिर क्या करें?
So PGP standard you can install on your system, and it's not so you can say you can easily install on the system, and then you have the other user, like for example, your friend, for example, that is having the email account, and you have an email account, and then you can encrypt the email with that email standard. So you can do that. So you can easily install that on your system. So as far as installation is concerned, you can easily do that.
सर जब ये असाइनमेंट बन जाएगा तो सर आपको सबमिट कैसे करवाएं, एलएमएस पे या ईमेल करें सर?
So you can send me an email. I give you an email. Uh, okay, so I've also shared with you my email. So you can send me the assignment at this email.
सर ये फाइल मिल जाएगी सर, ये पीडीएफ फाइल है सर?
So I upload the lectures as well as the assignment on the LMS.
सर लेक्चर जो सर आपने जो एलएमएस पे रखे हैं सर, वो रिकॉर्डेड है या सर स्लाइड्स?
I have I also put the recorded lectures as well, and I've shared the slides on the LMS. So you can also have a look at recorded lectures as well as slides.
Recorded as message.
Yes, I will also put that. Okay, is there any other question?
No, sir.
Okay, so that's all about today's lecture. So we proceed in next lecture and start with some other lecture, some other topic.
और अगर कोई 3 का ग्रुप बनाना चाहे तो बना सकता है.
So it's I think this is assignment. It, it can be of three persons, but this is actually the assignment for the two users, for example. So they can use their email accounts and they can do this assignment. So it's only two persons can do that. So it can be three, but I think two are okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.